Prime Minister Modi arriving in Varanasi, now coming up on your screens. These are the visuals. Prime Minister Modi being welcomed with chants, waving of Indian flags. Crowd gathering to welcome their Prime Minister in his parliamentary constituency. It's a very crucial day as Prime Minister Modi will be meeting his Mauritius counterpart today. Mr. Ramgoolam will be visiting India for 7 days. Today he will go to the historic places in Varanasi, will also hold bilateral talks with India. At the moment, we are looking at the live visuals of Prime Minister Modi's arrival in Varanasi. Massive security and massive gathering waiting for Prime Minister Modi. According to an official statement, Prime Minister Modi and Navinchandra Ramgoolam, the Mauritius Prime Minister, are expected to hold discussions on crucial matters of bilateral cooperation. Particular focus of the bilateral talks between the two leaders will be on development partnership and also capacity building. Mauritius and India go way back. They've been friends for almost forever now. India has always been the first responder to Mauritius in the time of crisis. Be it the COVID-19 crisis in Mauritius or Bokashi oil spill crisis, India has always been the one to help Mauritius out, that too first. A huge population of Indians do reside at the island nation in the Western Indian Ocean. Now, Mauritius Prime Minister is visiting India for a 7-day tour. Will be visiting multiple places. First up, the first stop will be Varanasi, where he will be meeting Prime Minister Modi, who has also arrived in his parliamentary constituency. You are looking at the welcoming visuals coming up on your screen straight from Varanasi. Both the leaders will be holding bilateral talks, which will be focused around development partnership and also capacity building. Amid the tariff tensions that India continues to face from the US, this partnership with Mauritius becomes even more important. Mauritius, from the very beginning, ever since it found its independence, has been the handful of reliable allies to India. Mauritian Prime Minister is on a visit to India from September 9th to September 16th in Varanasi. He is also scheduled to attend the Ganga Aarti today in the evening. He will also be visiting Kashi Vishwanath Temple tomorrow morning before his departure from Varanasi to Ayodhya, is what we've been given to understand through our sources. He will also be attending multiple cultural programs that will highlight the historical ties of the two nations and India's cultural history. Remember, this meeting becomes even more crucial as Prime Minister Modi, for the very first time in his parliamentary constituency, is meeting a head of the state. It's a time of turmoil for India, of course. Pressure is mounting from the US. The country at the moment is working towards building cordial relations with its neighbor, and Mauritius is a very key part of it. As you can see through beautiful visuals coming up on your screen, Varanasi is all decked up with large hoardings, banners, welcoming Prime Minister Modi now. A couple of days ago on September 9, Mauritius also welcomed Mauritian Prime Minister. Massive security deployment in Varanasi at the moment. So as far as Mauritian Prime Minister's schedule is concerned, we've been given to understand that today, after meeting Prime Minister Modi for the bilateral talks, he will be attending Ganga Aarti, and tomorrow early in the morning he will be leaving for Kashi Vishwanath Temple. Post that, he will leave for Ayodhya. My colleague Brijesh Pandey is joining us on the phone line to provide us more details. Brijesh, it's a very key meeting. First up, because for the very first time, a head of state has come to Kashi, and also Prime Minister Modi in his parliamentary constituency is going to meet with the head of state over there.
Well, absolutely, and I think, you can see, on the screens that how the cavalcade of the Prime Minister, security cavalcade of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is doing a kind of a road show where, people have gathered from both sides of the road, and they are showering flower petals at the car of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It is an extremely important visit, and I think this also shows the kind of honor which the Prime Minister in India is according to the Mauritian Prime Minister, because, this meeting is not only, as you very rightly pointed out, not only being held in Kashi, which is said to be a cultural capital as far as the country is concerned, but also the fact that it happens to be Prime Minister Narendra Modi's parliamentary constituency. So this roadshow which is taking place where, the Prime Minister is there and he's being greeted by his constituents, parliamentary constituents on both sides of the road. There we see, the photographs of Mauritian Prime Minister and also Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So this is going to be an extremely important meeting between the two leaders in the historic city of Varanasi, and also underscores the, the enduring civilizational connect, spiritual bonds, and deep-rooted people-to-people ties that have shaped the special, unique relationship between India and Mauritius. And what we've been given to understand is that, during this bilateral discussions, the key focus is going to be on, the cooperation, development, partnership, and capacity building. What we have also been given to understand that during this meeting, there's also going to be talk about, how to expand collaboration in health, education, science and technology, energy infrastructure, as well as in emerging domains such as renewable energy. So this is an extremely important visit as far as, the Mauritian Prime Minister is concerned, and he's been accorded a great welcome as far as the city of Varanasi is concerned, which also happens to be Prime Minister Narendra Modi's parliamentary constituency. We are seeing on our screens, that how security forces are having a tough task to remove flower petals on the windshield of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The driver also must be having a very tough time to make sure that the navigation is done properly. So there's one guard which is removing all the flower petals which are being showered on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So the whole Varanasi right now, as we speak, Sakshi is decked up to welcome the Mauritian Prime Minister, and he is also being received by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And after that, tomorrow, as you pointed out, that he'll be going to to visit the other temples, and after that he will go to Ayodhya for a temple visit to the Grand Temple, Ram Temple in Ayodhya.